Assalamu alaikum. In today's lecture we are going to study Ohm's law. So before we dig deep into the Ohm's law, we studied about a conductor whose ends, when connected to a battery, a current starts flowing through it. So how much current does flow from applying a V volt across the ends of a conductor? This was given by, this relationship was given by a German physicist whose name was Simon Ohm. A German physicist whose name was George Simon Ohm. So in this law he gave us the properties of current, that when current flows it actually bears a difficulty from because we studied that when electrons flow, electrons collide with the atoms and electrons, the other electrons, and due to the collision they create a heating effect. So which means that there is some loss in the medium due to the flow of current. So according to George Siemens, we know that if we apply a voltage across the ends of a conductor, if we apply the voltage across the ends of a conductor, the current starts flowing. So we can safely assume that this current directly depends upon this voltage. So how much? This current directly proportional to the voltage. I is the current that is flowing between the ends of a conductor, and that current is directly proportional to the potential difference provided by the battery or a source across the ends of the conductor. So we can say I directly proportional to V. You must be wondering that why we have write I directly proportional to V, because in other classes we have studied that V directly proportional to I. There is a long debate on whether V directly proportional to I or I directly proportional to I, but in a proportionality relation there is always one thing that is dependent and the other one is independent. So we can say that if we are talking about Ohm's law, our current is dependent on the independent voltage. So if we apply the voltage and a current starts flowing, we can say that this current is directly proportional to this voltage. So we can say that I current is directly proportional to voltage. Similarly, voltage is directly proportional to I, and we then convert that, because you know that there is always a equation of type mx plus c, where x is your independent quantity and y is your dependent quantity. So we will write that V is equals to IR. This is your basic Ohm law, which states that, what does it say? That this Ohm's law states that this voltage and this current are directly proportional, and this is R. This what this R is? This R is your proportionality constant, and that is a resistance. So what is resistance? Resistance is basically the opposition to the flow of current. Opposition to the flow of current. So when we have an opposition to the flow of current, we can say that this opposition must depend on some factors, because there will be no same voltage and current for the same values of voltage and current. Okay? For other mediums it will change. So how much it will change? It will depend upon the value of the resistance. So for Ohm's law we have some conditions, and then that condition must be followed. First condition is that no change in physical condition. इसका मतलब है कि आप ना तो उस कंडक्टर को चेंज, लेट्स से इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट गोल्ड and you are talking about iron, if you are talking about V directly proportional to I, so it does not mean that same proportionality will hold in gold. Let's say if you apply 2 volt potential and 0.1 ampere current flows from gold, but when you apply 2 volt current to iron, only 0.1 milliampere current flows. this current will increase for 4 volt, it will become 0.2. This is just an example, a supposition. If you apply 4 volt for iron, it will be 0.2 milliampere. The current is directly increasing to the voltage, but it does not mean that they have the same relation. So there must be no change in physical condition. And second condition is temperature of, just like अगर आप physical conditions की बात करते हैं, so temperature and density of the medium are important. So temperature should also be same. temperature क्या रहना चाहिए, same रहना चाहिए या फिर constant रहना चाहिए. I will elaborate that with an example. Let's say this is a glass, this is a glass of water, and this is another glass of water. This is completely filled. This glass of water is completely filled. This glass of water is empty. This glass of water is empty. So what we will do, we will connect that with a pipe. We will connect that with a pipe. What will happen? The water will flow. The water will flow from there to here. Why? Current. अब ये आपके पास water जो है क्यों flow कर रहा है? Because there is a difference in height. There is a difference in height between them. So if I say that कि ये आपके पास वाटर फ्लो कर रहा है, कितना वाटर फ्लो कर रहा है, इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन कि ये ग्लास जो है, ये वाला ग्लास, इसकी हाइट कितनी है. सो इफ एफ इज़ द फ्लो ऑफ वाटर, इट मीन्स इट इज़ डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू द हाइट. जितनी ज़्यादा हाइट इंक्रीज करोगे उतने ज़्यादा फ्लो ज़्यादा होगा. नाउ लेट्स कम बैक टू द अदर थिंग. दिस पाइप जिसमें से ये वाटर फ्लो कर रहा है, अगर मैं इस पाइप को क्या करता हूँ, स्मॉल कर देता हूँ, इस पाइप की विड्थ क्या कर देता हूँ, कम कर देता हूँ, पानी क्या होगा, कम फ्लो करेगा या ज़्यादा? ऑब्वियसली पानी कम फ्लो करेगा. अगर मैं ज़्यादा कर देता हूँ तो इसका मतलब है विड्थ से ज़्यादा पानी फ्लो करेगा. सो इट हैज़ अ ऑपोजिट रिलेशन विद दैट, कि आपके पास जो पानी फ्लो कर रहा है उसको लिमिट कौन कर रहा है? दिस पाइप. दिस पाइप इज़ लिमिटिंग द फ्लो ऑफ वाटर. इट विल एक्चुअली हिंडरिंग द फ्लो ऑफ वाटर. पाइप की लेंथ ज़्यादा होगी तो ये भी क्या होगा, आपके पास उसको रेजिस्ट करेगा. सो दिस फ्लो ऑफ वाटर इज इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू द विड्थ. ठीक है, आप मोटी चीज़ यूज़ करोगे उसमें ज़्यादा करेगा, ठीक है, आप पतली यूज़ करोगे उसमें कम होगा. इट एक्चुअली हिंडरिंग द फ्लो ऑफ वाटर. सो दिस बेसिकली फ्लो ऑफ वाटर इज योर करंट. This flow of water, if you relate that example to the flow of water, this flow of water is your current. This flow of water is your current, and this current is directly proportional to your voltage, and that voltage being here is the height. ठीक है. So if you are talking about the width of the conductor, what that width is, I told you that it is hindering the flow. So that hindrance is basically your resistance. So the dependent quantity depends upon voltage and resistance, and that's according to Ohm's law. ठीक है. So R is always a constant. I is equals to V by R, and that R change for every other medium. So if it also this R also depend upon the nature, dimensions, and the state, the physical state of the conductor. This also depend upon the physical state of the conductor. इसका मतलब ये कि ये जो आपकी resistance, this resistance जब इसको measure किया जाता है, when this resistance is measured, these physical conditions are always same, otherwise the resistance will change. So from these things we have different values of resistances for different values of mediums. So we can safely say that if I is equals to the अम्पेयर इन SI यूनिट, I का यूनिट क्या होता है, अम्पेयर. यू नो दैट अम्पेयर इज अ कूलम पर सेकेंड, एंड वी नो दैट वोल्टेज का यूनिट क्या होता है, वोल्ट, एंड वोल्टेज का यूनिट क्या होता है, दैट वोल्टेज का यूनिट बेसिकली इज योर जाउल. यू हैव रेड इन द प्रीवियस चैप्टर, दिस इज वोल्ट, एंड 1 volt is basically your E into V is equal to E by V is equals to E by D, and V आपके पास E क्या होता है, E आपके पास होता है ना V by D, and V is equals to E D. ठीक है. तो अच्छा, अगर आप वोल्टेज का वोल्ट लेते हो, अम्पेयर आई का लेते हो, तो आप क्या कर सकते हो, R इज इक्वल्स टू V बाय I. R इसको इस साइड पे ले जाएंगे, I को इधर ले आएंगे, देन इट विल बिकम वोल्टेज डिवाइडेड बाय अम्पेयर. सो दिस इज योर वोल्ट पर एम्पेयर, दिस इज कॉल्ड ओहम, दिस इज कॉल्ड ओहम। तो आपके पास ये क्या हो जाएगा, रेजिस्टेंस का ओहम, और रेजिस्टेंस का यूनिट क्या होता है, ओहम। ठीक है, सो दिस इज योर ओहम्स लॉ, बेसिकली V इज इक्वल्स टू I R।